The following video is only for the best of us. If you are not strong enough, if your attention is too weak, then click away. This video is not for you. You have to improve, and only then you will be able to watch it. Other than that, enjoy it, and I would recommend to play this video as a background next to other tasks, because this was a vlog of me running and talking about life, about improvement, about life, death, snow, and other things. Unfortunately, I did not manage to film my face that well because this was my first time. I wasn't aware how my camera works, and this video won't be that interesting from a visual standpoint, but I would really recommend listening to it as a background. This is simply a mix between the beauty of the nature, the cold, the snow, the physical activity, the breathing, and the thoughts of a 19-year-old that has just begun his journey, that is searching for answers, that is trying to play around with the knowledge that he has. Enjoy. There you go. Just started my timer. Here's how it looks. Everything. There is snow almost everywhere. So this is kind of a special video. I'll be simply jogging right here and talking about life at the same time. For this jog, I will not run too fast. I want to keep a comfortable pace to think and speak. And at the same time, I want to rather work on my technique here, on my feet landing, and all of that. Ooh, I think I started too quickly. I'm running out of breath. Then I think I got the pace now. Alright, so today, on this early morning, it is 4:30 right now. And I'd like to talk about life itself. These past few months, I've been thinking about life in general. Not only my own life, but also the one of older people, of younger people. Where do they find their meaning of life? And I haven't found an answer to that yet. But what I understood throughout quite some interesting conversations with my grandparents is that usually
they are just not aware of things that much. They had forgotten many things. They don't know everything that they should do for their health. And at the same time, they have developed many fears concerning their health and their environment, which is logical because they can't really change anything in those two aspects. But it's the most important thing when you get older is to have company, to have someone else that you love living next to you. It can be your partner, it can be your brother or sister, it can be your family, it can even be a good friend. And we are 1 kilometer in. I won't check my time this one because, as I said, that is not my main goal here. My main goal is just get some aerobic exercise, some cardio, and at the same time work on my running technique a little bit. You know, in my entire life, I never run when it's snowing in these circumstances. And I have to say, it's quite fun. It is not too cold. It is only -3 outside. But all of the snow that is on the ground is making a sort of a cushioning for the landing of my feet, which is very comfortable. And another perk of going for a run that early at 3 a.m. is that you won't encounter any other person here. You'll be alone. So that's good for people that have social anxiety like me. I also thought about social anxiety itself. And most of the time, when speaking of anxiety, people really think that that is extremely negative. But that social anxiety, that introvertism of mine, it makes me who I am. It gives me my authenticity. Of course, I'm working on it to solve at least some parts of it and become at least better in social interactions, because still that is one of the biggest things in our lives. Speaking with other people, making deals, negotiating, argumenting, doesn't matter if it's for business, if it's for money, or is it to get friends or convince someone to marry you and have kids with you. Ooh. My hand fingers are getting a bit cold. That's not too great, but in the time that I'll finish this run, I think that I'll be alright. I won't take that long, and this should not die out. Yeah, I'd like us to touch on the theme of Mother Nature. Nature is a big part of us humans. At least for me, all of the beauty in the world, all of it, has to do something with nature. Being in nature, those are the only times that I feel completely happy and I feel like my life is fully fulfilled. Which is interesting, because when you think, I also tend to overindulge in media, which by its definition brings us dopamine, makes us feel good and happy. But I'd say that this applies only to media that touches you in a specific way. On media that really does have a hidden meaning behind all of this audio and image. It's a meaning that only you can get. It's a meaning that is proper to you. And those kind of videos of media, this is the kind of brings a similar happiness and pleasure. You get so immersed in these videos, but still, it's nowhere close what we have with nature. And that's interesting, because when you think about nature, you think about effort as well. You think about bad weather sometimes. You think about a physical effort to go outside, run, walk, cycle, whatever you want. But for me, I don't think that there will be ever anything that could replace nature, what nature is for me. So, and now I am over 2 kilometers in. I'm still debating whether I should stop at 5 kilometers or go for 6, 7 and take that kind of steep hill at the end of this forward path. So I can see that an animal has been here. Now, snow is something really special. Oh, and I've been the second human here. There are steps of someone else again as well. But it's about snow. I lived in Lithuania and Luxembourg for the majority of my life. And snow is something that I've seen every single winter. Well, some winters there was more snow, and the others less. And some winters it was too cold for us to go to the school. On some other winters it was plus 10. So, it varies. But all of my winters till my 17th birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Well, not my birthday, till my 17 years. During all of the winters, I was building snowmen. I was able to express my creativity that way. I was able to go to the nature, enjoy my life, and have a little bit of effort put in the building, some physical one, getting a resistance training in the same time, while making all of the huge snowballs and putting them on top of each other to create that snowman. But on my 18th and 19th years, unfortunately, I did not manage to build any snowman. There was not enough snow. And so now it's been quite a long time since my last snowman. I'm not depressed. I'm accepting that fact. But it is quite a shame that I lost my streak. Snowmen, they do bring you happiness. The building process also provides you with a little bit of instant gratification. And when you see the final result, here's where the delayed gratification comes in the picture. Ooh, I'm getting a little tired by this point. So, it's quite a calm and peaceful here. I expected this to have more sound. Well, there we go. We got some cost. You know, what's interesting in my running style is that my front of the shin is what gets the most tired faster. It's not the behind. It's not the gastrocnemius and soleus in anatomical terms. It's rather the tibialis anterior. Oh, I'll take this darker path. It's more interesting. So yeah, and I think that's the case because I'm doing kind of big steps and I need to lift the front of my foot quite a lot, which results in that tibialis anterior activation. Ooh, sorry, just realized that I hadn't put my camera in focus, and what you've seen probably the most of this path was darkness. So sorry about that, but I think that I corrected it now. So I am a little bit over 3 kilometers and I decided to go for those 7-8 kilometers and take the hill, since it's been so fun speaking about life here and running. And my phone is not dead yet, so that's good. Because right now it almost feels like it's raining and it's snowing anymore. Oh, really getting tired. This is good. But yeah, coming back to the theme of my pain in muscles and my correct technique training. I also tend to run on my heel first, which is very bad, and you check out by yourself as well and check if you're running the correct technique with the front of your feet first, or do you place the heel first? That is very important, because if you run too much with the heel, you can cause chest fractures, you can destroy your Achilles tendon, or even your knee articulation, your knee joint. But so here is where that heel will come into play. This is the halfway boss. But the best thing that I love this is that afterward I'll get you downhill, which, well, I'll be able to rest during, but it destroys the joints more. So if you can choose to rather skip the downhills, doesn't matter that you run faster. The gravity is what helps you. That's why you run faster. It will not make you burn more calories. I don't know if anyone has that misconception, but I just thought of clarifying it. Like the Lithuania puts a lot of street decorations for Christmas, all of these lights. That's a nice touch. It brings a Christmassy vibe. Ooh. Excuse me for my slow pace here, but I just want to have enough strength in my legs and my heart left to come back home. Trust me, you don't want me to fall and just lose consciousness here in the snow, myself alone at 4 a.m. That would be kind of depressing. Whew. And speaking of that, it's been quite a long time that I've been thinking about it. Not in the bad way. I've been thinking and letting those intrusive thoughts in myself that say, oh yeah, you could jump here and your life would end. But I don't want to do that. And I think that this is the most unfair thing that you can do to all of your close ones and to your friends, because of that action of which only you believe that will relieve you, which it might not even. What if heaven and hell exists? You'll cause trauma and a very hard time to your parents, to your friends, to your close ones. Whatever your action will cause them to make a suicide as well, or die earlier. Yeah, so you should think about it. Well, yeah, and about that, I don't think that it is ever worth it. If you try, you can make your life happy anytime you want. Of course, if you have that clinical depression, the path to happiness and to fully healing will have many obstacles. It'll be very hard I know that. I know that it's not as simple to say, frick, depression is not real, as Tate says. I know that this is a serious topic, but my phone almost fell. Great save by me. Yeah, so bad. Oh, well, because of all of the intensity of my running, I forgot my last thought. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can also pivot a bit from death to life, from life to physical activity and jogging, running themselves. I never was a fan of jogging. The only reason why I began doing it is because we had a cross country, a running competition in our school. So I was training for that every single year till I finished high school. But then after that, I did not stop running. I don't know, it just has so many benefits that I don't see the point of not hitting some exhaustion and some pain in the meantime. Whew. Tired, but I'm on top of the hill with a slow and steady pace. It's still snowing, but I don't feel it anymore. So there we go. That's the way we turn and go back. I think I got almost 5 kilometers. Oh, now I feel the wind. This is way less pleasant, but as I was saying, this effort is good for your mental side as well. And speaking about running, there are multiple styles of it. You can very well just go for sprints. You can do jogs, or you can do running, fast running between sprints and jogs. Say that for jogs, you have time between at least 8 to 12 kilometers per hour of speed, and then go for, well, I'd say that for that type of running, 5 kilometers is quite a good goal. But of course, when you begin running, you shouldn't fix yourself big goals because you might miss them, and then that habit of running and reaching those goals will not have formed itself yet, and that will cause you that habits loss, which of course is not something you want at all. Ooh. And now let's talk about what happens if you here to start, and you are not able to go for a run, or you just had leg day yesterday, well, in those cases, just try to hit your steps goal. Try to go outside and walk a bit if you can. If you can't, you can make some physical activity with your upper body. And if you have experienced some sort of bigger trauma, or you're just not, because your body just can't run, then you can always do other activities if you don't have access to moving the entirety of your body and you're paralyzed from your cervical part of your spine, and you can only move your head. Well, that sort of things get way more complicated. And I'm still searching for the answer. How can I help other people like this and bring happiness in their life? But one thing is for sure, for all of us, mocking yourself of these people with dysfunctions is not moral or ethic. It's a very evil act to do.
By mistake, I pushed on the stop recording button here. I didn't realize that, but soon after I did.
Oh, I almost got a heart attack when I saw that. I somehow stopped the video. I'm happy to say that I haven't lost it. I think that I still got it in my gallery, which is a very good thing. Alright, so now I'm not sure where I left at, but I still want to come back to the theme of disabilities, of those people that are suffering something that might not even happen because of their fault. It's very hard to cope and begin to enjoy life with that type of dysfunctions. And the mission of us, the healthy ones, is to look at these other people that don't have the same control of their body as us. Well, we should protect them, make them smile. Of course, to a certain point, if that person is entirely negative, it's not that easy to help him, her, it to change the psychology and to learn to accept the way that everything is. Wait, am I? Ooh, I hit the 6 kilometer mark. You might take this path. I'll see if it's possible, because there's a person in front. Ooh, wait, I think that it is a path. Let's go. That's good. Ooh, I'd make dips and pull-ups here, but unfortunately, I don't have how to set up my camera and show you that. My back is sore from my pool workout yesterday as well. Ooh, there is the person that I was talking about with a dog. You know, pets can have a very big upside to your life as well. It can complement you in a similar way than humans do. Pets can still provide you some kind of affection to you. They still have emotions. They can share them with you, and you can share your emotions with them, and you won't get judged. You will get listened and heard, but of course they won't speak back to you. So pets could not be an equivalent to human interaction, social interaction, but they very well can be a nice addition just to brighten your days, just to help you cope with whatever is going in your life. And since we are connected with other people through all of those emotions, all of that psychology, we can get connected with animals the same way, and therefore after losing them we can experience a similar grief to losing a close human. Which I think is not good and is very dangerous. Losing someone doesn't seem scary for people like me that who haven't lost anyone yet. I haven't personally experienced anything like this. And so losing a member of my family doesn't seem scary when I think about it. I just think that it's life. But then an interesting thing is that in my dreams, when I dream and some of my family dies, oh, that's the worst nightmare. I feel so bad after it. It's hard to fall asleep. So those two things counteract each other. And I think that, yes, rationally we can accept the other person's death, but emotionally that's the challenge for us. And that's the part which all of us, all of the people with normal psychology will struggle with that. And here's where the grief process comes in. Here is where the risk of a depression grows by a lot. Here is where you have to be careful and actually take your time to understand what happened and not fully, you won't be able to fully cope at any point of your life unless you forget about a person completely, which I don't know if it's a good thing. I think that it's better to cope with a death not completely, but then being able to have some positive memories from those times back than completely forgetting about that person. It's still a big part of your life. Ooh, I've just ran under a bridge and yeah, there was no snow and my feet felt way more uncomfortable than here on the snow. Oh, I just realized I can see my steps from when I was going forward. Ooh, and now that I'm taking them, I see that I was faster than I am now. But now I am a little bit slower, which, I mean, that's completely logical since I don't know how many kilometers I am right now. I believe it should be around 7, maybe 8. Oh well, there we go. It is 8 right now. So I got around 2 kilometers left till my home. Alright. So, speaking of the effects of running as well. When you run for a rather long time, when you get tired, when you push hard, beat some PR, you will be very tired afterwards. When you come at home, have a shower, you will feel all of that fatigue setting in. Your brain also will feel a little foggy if you really push yourself in the aerobic state, in the state of endurance. If you did a few sprints, it'll be different. It'll be way different. And also remember that our willpower psychologically can be unlimited. But, oh wait, what is that animal? What? Looks like a dog. It's a fox, I think. Well, you probably weren't able to see it, but trust me, it was a small animal looking similar to a fox. Because it wasn't a cat, and it wasn't running like a dog as well. Just to make sure that it's not following me. Good. It's not. Good. I won't be the prey today. I will not be the victim. That reminds me sometimes from high school when I kind of was a victim. As boys, we do like to hit each other, to cause some harm. And yeah, I've been fighting with my little brothers in my entire childhood and with my few friends as well. But unfortunately, I was the one getting hit and I was not hitting back. Actually, I even got a few scars to this day, but I honestly don't see these moments as traumas. I don't see them as negative ones. Still, we were having fun. I did experience pain, but my friends were experiencing joy. And I wasn't crying, I was smiling by myself. So, spreading some joy on this planet is always a great thing to do. You should try to spare your life down and not sacrifice it for the happiness of others. That's a pro tip for you. Oh, it almost stopped snowing, which is nice. And also very close to the finish line. Got my steps. It's nice to see your steps back, just to feel that you're the only one pushing hard right now, doing what is meant to do, and at the same time see that you've already conquered all the way forward. So why not just push to the finish line? Why not experience all of discomfort? Turn your inner David Goggins on and just run for the rest of this path. Have fun. Breathe. Focus on your technique. But when it comes to running, I'd say that at the end of your run, maybe the last 5, 10, 3% of your run, you can sacrifice your form and rather go for speed if you want to finish off your heart. But even though that way you'll work your cardiovascular system more, remember that you will be sacrificing your joints. So if you want to remain healthy and you're not intending to do any competitions, I would highly suggest to you to just take your time, run close to your limit, but not breaking it, and maintaining a good form throughout the entire run. Ooh, this is the kids' playground in which I used to train when I began this university, when it was still summertime and all of the metal wasn't freezing cold. If you don't have access to any pull-up or dip bars at your place, there is for sure somewhere close to you a playground that you can use, a forest in which you could use the trees, or a table at chair back at home where you could do some Australian pull-ups. Oh, great. We got less than 1 kilometer left. And I think that we got a person in front. Or am I mistaken? Oh no, I think it was just a sign. We good. We good. Whew. I think that I formed some blisters on my feet. I mean, I'm not using shoes that are meant to be using for running, but you know, I don't care about that. This pain is temporary, and the gain that this run brings me will last forever. It will add itself to the total of my physical activities throughout my whole life. When I'll be older, I'll be thanking my present self for that, and managing to push myself to do some physical activity and to run and all of that. Whew. this is interesting. Someone was running here as well. You can see someone else's steps, and here you can see my steps. Oh no, we got a bridge. We'll lose the cushioning. Whew. Great. We got around half a kilometer left. This hill, and then just some straight path back to home. Whew. I'm tired. Have to admit it. And since I did not run too fast, I managed to maintain my speed, which was kind of okay. We'll look at my running record back at home, where I'll do the sum up of this video. I hope that the beginning of this wasn't too corrupted. And yeah, I'm very close to reach my home. This was the best thing that I could have done today. Happy that I got to speak about life and some other things and share all of my ideas with you. I'm inviting all of you to get outside or on a treadmill in the gym or at home and go for a run. Do some cardio. Save your heart. Make yourself stronger so that your future children could spend a little longer with you, so that your older ages would be a delight and not a suffering. Ooh, I think we got the 10 or 9 kilometers. So yeah, this was fun, and I'll see you tomorrow as always.
Finishing this video off, I'd like to take a minute and talk about the after jog. What concerns the recovery after the jog, I would not recommend taking a cold shower. A cold shower is good for recovery, but not immediately after effort. You should wait at least 4 hours, and then you could potentially take your cold shower. I would recommend a warm shower instead. And then you should, of course, stretch all of your muscles and eat not too much. Just fulfill all of your nutrient needs. And that's it from the recovery standpoint. Now, concerning my run, I ran just a little bit over 9 kilometers. Unfortunately, I did not reach the 10 kilometers, but that's okay. My time wasn't too great, but I wasn't trying to run as fast as I can as well. My average pace was around 10 kilometers per hour. Here are all of my statistics. And right now I'm just drinking some tea, just relaxing after that run, and soon I'll be back studying. Hope you enjoyed this video, quite out of the ordinary, and I'll see you tomorrow.